Hey real estate nerds, this is Alex Yoder with Pro Tip Tuesday, my favorite day of the week. And today I want to give you a lease provision tip. We're in the process as a company of updating our lease, and so it's kind of top of mind. And one of the things that we are making very clear in our lease is that if we are in a position as a result of a changing market to rent a property for slightly less than what the previous tenant was paying in the event of a lease break, that the tenant is responsible for the difference through the end of their contract. Now, what we would recommend is that you speak with your attorney to work on this language. And let me back up just for a minute. So in most leases, the tenant is responsible if they break lease for the rent through the end of their existing lease or until somebody else moves in and takes occupancy. And landlords have an obligation to mitigate damages, to find a new person to take over to get that tenant off the hook. Because the market has changed quite a bit from, let's say, a year ago, there are some cases where a property may have to rent for less than it previously got. So let's just take the example of a $2,000 a month property. Maybe it being listed today, you're not getting any traffic at $2,000, and you have to lower it to $1,900 because you're just not getting any movement. And in the interest of the prior tenant, you don't want to just keep it at $2,000 sitting empty with them paying. You want to do what you can to get it rented quickly so they can get off the hook. But you as the property owner or landlord shouldn't have to pay the difference through the end of the existing tenant's lease if you have to lower that rate. So let's say, with our company, if we lower the rate, let's say in that $2,000 example, we'll email the tenant and we'll say, hey, we're getting no traffic. We would recommend that you agree to us dropping the rate by $100 and see if that helps. But just know that if we do that, even though you may get off the hook for the full amount, you will be on the hook for that $100 difference through the end of your existing lease. Now, most attorneys will probably suggest that you're okay charging that $100 difference regardless of what's in your contract, but I would rather eliminate the argument, eliminate the ambiguity, make sure it's very clear so that if there is a battle to be fought, it's very clear and spelled out. And so my advice would be that you speak with your attorney about some language that basically says if we're going to have to rent it for less than you're paying down the road if you break lease, then you're responsible for that difference. That's my tip for today. I'll see you next week.